What's up everyone? So we're going to break down some of the fights for UFC 271, which is on tomorrow at the Toyota Center in Houston, Texas. So when I say tomorrow, that is Sunday for New Zealand. So the main card will be kicking off around, I think that's around like 3 o'clock. But the prelims sort of from like 12 o'clock onwards. That's New Zealand time. Not sure what it is in the stateside. But that'll be Saturday night, and I think the main card sort of kicks off around like 7 or something like that on Saturday night stateside. So yeah, we're going to break down a few of the fights, a few ones that are really getting a bit of traction and promotion. We're going to break down those. And I just want to let you know that I know that some of my audio and just some of the videos and stuff have been a little bit shite lately, so I've went out and purchased some new equipment, so hopefully the audio is coming out a little bit better on this one, and hopefully the video is going to come out not all pixelated and shit how it was a couple of videos ago. So we'll see how we go with that. Anyway, so we're going to kick this one off. So my picks, going up the UFC 271 lineup there. We're going to start with Blood Diamonds. His real name is Mike Mathitha, I believe. Versus Jeremiah Wells. So Blood Diamond is Izzy Adesanya's teammate at City Kickboxing here in New Zealand, up in Auckland. And he's got a pretty impressive resume in kickboxing. Apparently he's quite all over the place, so he's quite erratic and you don't know what he's going to do, so you can't really time him, or his rhythms all over there and stuff like that. So that's why he's got quite a bit of hype behind him, but I'm not sure how strong his wrestling is, so we'll see. So I'm definitely I'm just going to jump on the hype train and I'm going to get right behind him. He's a fellow Kiwi, originally from Zimbabwe, but yeah, so get behind this guy, see what all the hype's about, and if nothing, he's going to be an exciting fighter. So that's what we want. UFC's, it's a spectator sport, so fuck the haters. We want to be entertained, and this guy is entertaining. So we've got Blood Diamond versus Jeremiah Wells. I'm just going to go Blood Diamond with a crazy knockout, maybe like a spinning elbow or some sort of kick. We don't know what. I mean, he's undefeated. He's only had three fights at in MMA, so we're not really sure. I mean, Jeremiah Wells, he's not a wrestler, judging by this. So it looks like it's going to be a stand-up fight. So I'm going with Blood Diamond. Boom. But of course I'm going to have to rep my fellow Kiwi boys. Moving up the card, we're going to go with, let's have a look at Jacob Malkoon versus, oh god, this is so bad, I don't even know his name. A. Dobson, what's his first name? AJ Dobson. Alright. So we're going to go into a little bit of this. So Jacob Malkoon is quite good. He lost his debut, but he replied right back with a really good win. I think his last one was a really good win. So I'm going to go with, I mean, I just think he's quite a good striker. He's quite a good all-round mixed martial artist. He trains with Robert Whittaker, so he's in that camp, and Robert Whittaker's camp is quite good. Nice all-round mixed martial arts. So I'm expecting a good fight from him. Aussie, so I lived in Oz for 6 years. I love it. I love Australians. So I'm going to go with Jacob Malkoon on that. I just think I think he's found his feet since his debut. Came back with a win. So yeah, alright, I'm going to go with him. Knockout. Not sure which round though. Moving up the card. Alright, we've got Carlos Holberg, another fellow Kiwi at City Kickboxing, versus Fabian Sharon. Alright, obviously I'm going to go Carlos Holberg. He lost his debut. I think he's going to be pretty motivated to get that one back. He seemed to, I was watching Alex Volkanovski's breakdown, and he was talking about how he might have had some sort of energy dump, or the nerves, anxiety might have got to him, which meant that, so we know that if you're anxious, you're going to be using too much oxygen. You're going to be just burning yourself out, your mind, your body, everything. So maybe that played a part. A lot of pressure coming from CKB. So I'm not sure what happened there, but I think he's going to come in a bit more composed. I know that fitness is not going to be an issue for these guys. So I think there was a psychological thing that happened there. I'm not sure though. He could have just. He honestly looked like he just went hell for leather, and just tried to get him out of there. And I remember his opponent was just covering up, and he just couldn't get him. So yeah, that too. So I think he's going to play a little bit smarter, a little bit safer on this one, and maybe use his range to get on the outside. Fabian Sharon, like I don't know too much about him. I can see that he's not a wrestler. There's no stats for his wrestling here or submission, so we'll see. Carlos Holberg's got a reach advantage of 3 inches, so and he's got a 3-inch height advantage as well. So we'll see how we go. So yeah, Carlos Holberg for the knockout in that one. I'm not sure what round. I'm going to say he's going to take his time, so I'm going to go with a 3rd round knockout. So I'm not going to break down all of these. So the next one we're going to go for is Roxanne Modafferi versus Casey O'Neill. So there's a bit of drama there, which is quite cool. Because it makes it more interesting. Like I'm psyched for all these fights because you just know there's a little bit of tension. It's fucking good. So I'm going to go with Casey O'Neill just because she's a badass. There's quite a bit of age discrepancy, I do believe, in this one. It doesn't say here, but I know that there is. Roxanne Modafferi, I think she's been on the roster for a long, long time, but she's shown that she's still got it against, who was it? Macy Barber. You know, everyone was psyching up Macy Barber. I think she got a bit cocky, and then Roxanne Modafferi, I'm pretty sure she choked her out rear naked. Could be wrong about that though. But yeah, so I'm gonna go Casey O'Neill, Aussie, like Scottish Aussie. I also lived in Scotland, so I'll rep the Scots as well. Love them. So yeah, I just think she's part of that new wave coming through. She's been pretty dominant in her last few performances, and Roxanne Modafferi's already got one foot out the door saying she's going to retire, which has pissed Casey O'Neill off because it's taken the limelight off her. So I'm going to go with Casey O'Neill, ground and pound TKO. Not sure what round though. Andrei Arlovski versus, I think it's Jared Vandera. I think. Actually, I don't want to fuck that up, so I'm just going to go into it. Yeah, that is Jared Vandera. Yeah, like I'm not too sure about this one. I don't know a ton on Jared Vandera. Arlovski's been fighting since 2000, so he's getting on a bit now. He must be like early 40s at least. But he's shown that he's still got it, like in the last couple of his fights. So takedown. He's got a few more takedowns. Nah, Jared Vandera. He looks like he's quite a decent wrestler. And I think that's going to play a part. But heavyweights, like, you know, they can still hit it. Going into their older ages. So I'm going to go Andrei Arlovski by brutal KO. Maybe like 3rd round or something like that. Bobby Green versus Nazareth Haqparast. I mean, the only real fight I've seen from Haqparast was versus Dan Hooker, and Dan Hooker owned him, and Dan Hooker's been struggling against the top and in the lightweight division. So Bobby Green, he had a pretty close fight, I believe, with Rafael Fiziev. Fiziev's good. So I'm gonna go Bobby Green. I think he gets him out of there. Maybe with submission or wrestling ground and pound. One of those. I think TKO ground and pound. That's what I'm going for that one. I'm not sure about Hernandez versus Morkano. I'm going to go with Morkano just because I've seen a little bit more of him. His significant strike accuracy is a little bit higher. Significant strikes landed per minute higher as well. So takedown accuracy 60%. Submissions on average 65%. The stats are all in Morkano's favor, so I'm going to go Morkano submission 4th round. Boom, done. All right, Derek Brunson versus Jared Candenia. This is an interesting one. people have been sleeping on Derek Brunson, but he's made a killer comeback. So I think Derek Brunson is going to get the W here. I think he's really incorporated his wrestling. I think he's NCAA Division 1, I'm pretty sure, if not Division 2. But like he's been using that. He knows that's the only way to get to Izzy. So he's been like using that effectively in his MMA since he lost to Izzy. He flipped a switch. I think he's training out of... Is it with Henry Hoof? I'm not too sure actually. But yeah, he's a bit taller. Takedowns average, yeah, huge, 3.15 compared to Jared Kennedy's 0.12. Like, takedown accuracy, 34.26. Submissions on average, 0.51. Alright, so you can get a sub. You can do all that. You saw him pretty handedly handle Darren Till, so that was quite impressive. So I'm going Derek Brunson. I'm going to go with a submission round. Actually, no, scratch that. I'm going to go with the decision to Derek Brunson. Unanimous. Tai Tuivasa versus Derek Lewis. Derek Lewis is getting cocky. He's at Texas again, so he's in his hometown. I don't know. I'm definitely going for Tai Tuivasa. He's such a cool dude. He reminds me of my days when I was in Sydney, you know, because he's such a I think he's from like Western Sydney, so represents. So yo, he's the man. Like I want to see that shoey. Yeah, I think Derek Lewis is just, you know, I don't know. Like, sorry, I just everyone psychs him up, and I just don't think he's that great, to be honest. So everyone picked him to beat Cyril Gane, and I was like, there's no way, man. Like he's just not technically sound enough. Tai Tuivasa, we saw that he's not just going in and rushing in and trying to look for that one shot, where I think Derek Lewis will. I think Tuivasa will do quite well against him, to be honest. So I think it's either going to go the distance or knockout. How many rounds is this one? This will be 3 rounds. So I'm actually going to say, do I dare say it, that they go the distance? They're both going to be like intimidated by each other's power. I'm going to say it goes the distance. Yeah, I think they'll get a few good shots in and stuff. I think it'll be a bit of a dogfight. But I think it goes the distance with Tuivasa getting the win on that one. And then does a shoey. Yeah, boy. Alright, main event. I've already put down Izzy Adesanya for the win, but it's honestly, it's pretty close. Like I know the odds here, like minus 280 for Adesanya, plus 230 for Whittaker. I'm not sure what that is in New Zealand terms. I think it's like, yeah, what, I don't know. I think Izzy's paying like $1.30, something like that, and then Whittaker's paying $3.10. I think last time I checked, but I mean we all know. I've done a bit of a breakdown. It's not that great because of the quality and stuff, but yeah, I just don't think Rob's gonna. He has improved vastly, but I think people are just sleeping on Adesanya and they don't realise how much he's improved, and he's mixed up his game. He's been training with Carl Van Roon, mixing up taekwondo kicks, like spinning back kicks, all sorts of stuff. So I wouldn't be surprised if he throws a few of those in just to put Whittaker off. And I just don't think Whittaker's going to be able to hold him down. I think he'll be able to get him down in a scramble, or maybe catch a leg like Vittori did and get him down. But the only thing I worry about is when Dan Hardy breaks down, he said that he's not good at protecting his neck in the scramble and stuff like that. So hopefully Izzy has straightened that out. But he hasn't so far. And he's a purple belt though, Izzy. I just think that he hasn't had enough time under pressure on his back. So what I think Izzy needs to do is like sign up and do like heaps of like jiu-jitsu comps or wrestling comps and get comfortable on his back in competition. So I'm not sure why he hasn't, because we haven't heard anything like that. But that's what he needs to do, because people are gonna, you know, I mean, it's mixed martial arts. You need to work off your back. You need to be comfortable on the ground. You need to be on the ground. So I don't know, but anyway, I got Adesanya for the win. I think it's going to be either a split or unanimous decision. I wouldn't be surprised if he wins it split decision, but I think it's going to be a lot closer than the last one. Cool. All right. Thanks for listening. Make sure you like and subscribe, all that stuff, and enjoy the fights. If you're drinking, make sure you drink responsibly, and I'll catch you next time. See you.